Hi everyone, happy weekend. I hope you all are well. So, I wanted to make a quick video on a little bit more on mindfulness because that's basically what my channel and what my page is about. Um, you know, yoga and unity of our mind, body, and soul. And I was just walking, doing my Sunday walk, and a few things popped into my head. And about what we do for our bodies and what we do for our mind um, on the daily. Because for me, the past couple of days have been pretty rough because of my injury. And I was thinking how hard I've been on myself lately because of my body and my mind, and I haven't really been together. So I have been trying to realign myself. And I know I needed to be gentle. So I made a list of some main points on what we can do and what we can focus on to be more mindful. And I think we lose sight of that a lot. I think we lose sight of what we need to do because there are a lot of people that are telling you what you need to do, what you have to do, what we have to get ourselves together, and just force ourselves to just fit into this mold where we're not all the same. And as I've stated before in my podcast, what I stated before with speaking to the Arthritis Foundation, is that we're not all the same. We're all different, and you can't fit us all into some tiny little, you know, some tiny little box. We're all different. With my epilepsy, other people with their other medical conditions, some neurotypical minds. You know, we can go as small as a task of running to take a shower and getting out. That's a long task for me. I have to think of a million things to do during that time. So I'm getting off track here. But anyway, I have thought of 9 main points that we can do for ourselves just to be a little more gentle. Because I know for some people who follow my channel and for some people that follow my page, they're either have a more complex brain, such as mine, which I'm very humble to be a part of their journey as well, and or they have children or other family members that have a very complex brain, meaning neurodivergent. So it can be a little more challenging. But I think one of the main points that I came up with is forgiveness. One of the first things is forgiveness. Forgiveness is that we need to just learn to just be gentle. That was the main point, is just if you're making a mistake or if you're going through life and you fail at something, failure is always an option because you have to get right up back on that horse and just start over again. It's okay. Another point is kindness. If kindness goes both ways, you can't, our goal as a yogi or of any practicing person with in religion is to be kind to others. Kindness is not just being nice, it's an action. It's something that you do. So it's not something that you just hold the door for somebody. It's an action. So not only would you make the point to be kind to somebody else, but you want to be kind to yourself too. So make sure your cup is full before you go and fill somebody else's cup. Rest. I am, along with a lot of other people, I am certainly a culprit of not getting the rest that I need. So that is a main thing that I had to put that on there because I was like, man, I need to get some rest. So rest, you have to listen to your body. Rest is very important. Recognition. I think a lot of us seldom look at ourselves and say, man, you have a beautiful body. You have a beautiful soul. You have a beautiful mind, and look in that mirror. And you can say it all you want, but the important thing is to actually believe it. And that's where mindful journaling comes in, where I will speak about that at a later video, is if you really can't physically say it to yourself in front of the mirror and stand naked and look at yourself fully in the flesh, write it down. Say it willfully, the first thing that comes to your mind, because you have to give yourself that recognition or those compliments as well. and to show yourself how proud you are of everything that you've accomplished. Um, this is a big one for me. This was a huge one. Um, Permission to feel the way you do. These are just feelings because we're human beings. We don't just have one feeling. So to hide behind a smile or just to hide behind a blanket or whatever, you're not showing everything. That emotional release. Yes, mindfulness is great to have self-control, but you have to be able to release those feelings. You have to be able to release the anger, release the sadness, release the happiness, to cry. Because when you're crying, that's your brain telling you that you need to rest. And your brain needs to have that rest too. So when you have an emotional release, which I was doing a little bit of research on it today, mindfulness is key to controlling your emotions from having projecting it onto others. But you also don't want to keep it inside and bottled up. You want to have that release. And I have been doing research on that, and it's a very effective technique. And I think it's called trauma emotional release therapy. And yeah, that's it seems like it's a very effective technique for some people that want to look into that. If you have a hard time releasing any past trauma or anything like that, even though mindful based stress reduction is also a great technique too, to have more self control and to be more self aware. But that's a completely different topic that we're talking about now. We're talking about ways to be more mindful of yourself and to give yourself more time and more space. So that was another thing, space, room to grow. You want more growth potential for being a better person, giving yourself more time. If you feel that you're rushing yourself along your journey, along your spiritual journey, take some time away. Take some time back to yourself, because this isn't a race. You're not in a rush for anything. There's no finish line in life. So it's all about the journey, not the destination. Um, the last one is boundaries. That's a huge one. And sometimes I always have to keep myself in check when it comes to boundaries, because if I give myself to somebody, if I give my time to somebody, I have to make sure that, whether it be a friend or a potential partner, I have to tell them, look, these are my boundaries. These are what I have set in stone. And if you don't like it, or if you can't respect that, then I'm sorry, I'm going to have to respectfully decline, this conversation or this potential, conversation or a potential, outing or whatnot, or continue this further. Those are boundaries that you have to give to other people, but essentially it's for you. It's not really for anyone else. Boundaries are for you so that you can live a better life for yourself and for other people, and it makes you happy. But thanks for listening. If you have anything else you want to add to this mindfulness technique to better yourself, you can list them below. But thanks for listening, and I hope you have a wonderful evening.